Hey, we are live with Tuesday Tea Time with Dorina. I want to welcome all the first time viewers and those that may be watching the replay. Okay, so I have this live on my page because, and I've been doing this just on the Women of Wisdom page, but tonight I really felt the urgency to do this um, on both because it's an important message that I need to share with you tonight. So do not pass by this page because you need to hear what's being said tonight. You need encouragement. You need to not give up. And we're talking about tonight. We're talking about don't give up, okay? Because you know it was on my heart that somebody, I don't know who you are, but you've been thinking about giving up. And I'm not talking about just giving up on your dreams or, giving up on relationships. You've been thinking about giving up on your life. And, it's very important that you understand that your life really matters and that even though you may not feel needed, you are needed and you need to take serious heed to what I'm saying. And I don't have to really know you in order to encourage you. I don't even have to know you to love you. I can choose to do that on my own whether I know you or not. So I'm not talking about, relational love or anything like that. I'm talking about just loving people because you can love people without even really knowing them. If you can hate people without really knowing them, you can love people without really knowing them. And so I want to tell you that, your life matters and don't give up. And I want to say this, that there may be some of you that have some people that's been on your heart. You need to contact them and let them know that they matter. Have them listen to this video. It is not about the messenger, it is about the message. And sometimes we just need to humble ourselves and understand that life is not always just about us because people need us. And sometimes just because we don't feel like we're being or we're needed does not mean that we are not needed. And there are people that are encouraged by our lives. You may not recognize the strength that you carry on your own, but somebody else is recognizing that strength that you have, and somebody is being encouraged by that. And so you have to realize that, you know, you mean a lot to other people, even though some people may not even know how to treat you right, but you still mean something to them. There are those that, you probably just need to get away from that have treated you really bad and made you feel like, you don't matter. You need to get away from those people. Listen to me to what I'm saying. This is an urgent thing because it's important that you don't take your own life. You know, right now, the struggle is real and life is hard out here right now. And it does not look like it's getting any better. And so you need to understand that your strength is in your struggle. Okay. So don't give up just because you may feel like you don't matter or someone because of something somebody else said. Okay. You need to know for yourself that you matter and life needs to matter to you. Okay. So, you know, let me share with you a quote that I just discovered, and let's just go from here. It says, don't give up because of one bad chapter in your life. Keep going. Your story doesn't end here. Okay? Your story does not have to end because of one bad chapter. Okay? Even if your life, you've been struggling, all your life, you can still change the struggle. You do not have to stay in that struggle, and you need to allow people to, like myself, to speak into your heart. Let me speak into your heart and encourage you and strengthen you. Be strengthened by the things that I am sharing with you right now. It's important that you don't give up on life, because sometimes, it's right around the corner. Right around your answer sometimes is right around the corner. Thank you, Glenette. So, now listen to what I'm saying and take heed to what I'm saying. And, there are some times that we just need to receive truth. And this, what I'm talking about with you tonight, is not an easy subject. This is not, oh, put your big girl pants on and be a woman. Well, sometimes you don't need to hear that. You need to, you need a hug. You need somebody to talk to your heart. And you know what? The best thing for you is for somebody to speak truth to you. And sometimes the truth can be hard to receive, but you have to decide for yourself that you want to get out of the rut that you are in. And it takes sometimes self evaluation. It takes, looking at the situation for the way it really is. And I want to tell you that sometimes we have to humble ourselves and recognize that, you know, it's not all about us. Sometimes you have to recognize that, you know, when you get to that point where you just don't want to live anymore, sometimes, we are being selfish sometimes, because now we're thinking about, you know, life is just rough right now. I can't handle this, but what? There is nothing too hard for you to handle. It would not come your way if you are unable to handle it. Like I said, the strength is in the struggle. You got to realize what's going on. Right now, when you're going through hard times, your roots are going deeper in the ground. And a lot of people can't see what's going on at that point, because this is a secret transformation that goes on, and everybody does not need to know. Everybody does not need to be a part of that growth that's being rooted down in the ground. Okay. And if you know anything about trees, the roots are usually uh, uh, the length of the roots are usually longer than the branches. I mean, listen, if you think about it, if we have a big oak tree in front of our home, and I cannot put my hands around that oak tree. And even if my husband, we could probably not reach each other if we tried to put our hands around that tree. That's how big it is. And so, the roots, if they were weak, if they did not have the depth, any wind that blows, you know, the tree would just tumble over. And let me tell you, there's a lot of times that the wind blows a lot in my neighborhood because it seems like every time the wind blows, we don't have any electricity. So, the struggle is real, okay? But keep it real with yourself, that, you can handle whatever you are going through. And listen, don't always try to go through that thing by yourself. Find somebody that you can talk to, and it doesn't always have to be somebody, deep and mysterious. It don't always have to be somebody that you even have a long-term relationship with. Sometimes it can be somebody that's just sent to you that hour, for you to share some things, and they can say some things to you that will help you. So don't try to live the long ranger type of life. You need help, you need to say so. Don't try to, internalize everything and not get the proper help that you need, because somebody else needs you. You may feel like they don't, but they really do. And so it's very important that you don't just, get caught up in uh, life itself. Don't get caught up in the struggle itself. Look for solutions. And, if you can't find the solution by yourself, then partner with somebody that can help you. Bryce says, this is beautiful. Thank you, Bryce. I appreciate that. So, I felt the urgency to come on here and tell you, do not give up. Do not give up. And, I am the type of person, that's just the way I'm created. I don't have a problem with addressing the hard issues. If they need to be said and a life can be spared behind that, oh, yeah, I'm going to share it with you because it's important. And I know that my own self, don't give me any watered down anything. I don't want to hear stuff that sounds sweet that's not going to help me. I want to know the truth so that I can be free. I want to know the truth that's going to help me get through my struggle, and we all go through struggles. And how much more are we all going through struggles right now with everything that's going on? There is so much deception out there. There is, I mean, deception on top of deception, and the world is just so selfish that everybody, unfortunately, well, I can't say everybody, but most people, are so concerned about themselves. And even the way that, media, all these outside voices and everything are saying things, and they want you to lose your identity, and they want to tell you, you know who you are, like you can't figure that out yourself. And so there's so much mess going on out there, and it's easy to become confused when you're out there by yourself struggling, and you're not trying to connect with someone else. Some, there's a saying that, you know, uh, to have a friend, or how does that go? You have to show yourself to be friendly to have friends. And sometimes you just need to reach out and say, hey, I need somebody. I need somebody. I need somebody to talk to, and then, make that connection with them and talk with them. But let me say it again, your strength is in your struggle. Do not give up. There are people that do love you. Do you know that there's people that don't even know you yet that will love you? And the important thing is to love yourself. Don't give up on yourself. Don't give up on your life. Don't give up on your dreams, and like I said, we all go through stuff, but we don't have to just give up. And I tell you, you know what? I went through some things my own self, and I got to that point too where I just wanted to say, forget it. This is it. I'm done. You know, and I realized through having that type of attitude that there was some selfishness inside of me that was causing me to have that type of attitude. And I'm just being real with you, because sometimes what will help you come out of that is when you start considering those around you that will miss you, you know, and because there's somebody that will miss you. And so your life matters. It needs to matter to you. Don't give up on who you are. One bad chapter does not determine, bad decisions does not determine who you can become. You learn from your mistakes, and, you correct your mistakes. And that's the way to go with wisdom. Use wisdom to make decisions. Don't just fly off the handle and make a sudden decision. That's not the way to do that. Take your time and think about stuff. And so, you know, I we all know that there's tough issues. We all know that people are losing their houses, they're getting their cars repossessed. I mean, it's no joke out here right now, and but you know what? You can handle whatever you're going through. Don't give up on yourself. You know, don't think that uh life is better without you, because life is not better without you. You are here for a reason. You are here because there are lives that unknowingly you touch. You know, you are here because you can add to society. You are important, and you are loved, even though you may not even be being loved by the people that you want to be loved by. But there are others that care about you. There are others that love you. So don't ignore the people that really do care about you. It doesn't even have to be family members. It doesn't have to be your siblings. It doesn't have to be your mom and dad. It doesn't have to be, relatives or really, really close friends there are other people that care about you. And so that will help you do life better when you're not just always thinking about yourself, because selfishness can send you to the grave. And we want you to be here to add what you have to add, because you know what? You could be the next inventor. You could be the next discoverer of something that, exists, but nobody else knows it exists. Do you know that's how electricity came into being? That it had always existed, but somebody discovered it, and then they discovered the use of it. So you are important to society, and don't let anybody tell you that you're not. Don't even let yourself tell you that you're not, because you are. We need you on the earth, and your life matters. I don't know if you ever read the book called The Butterfly Effect, which is written by Andy Andrews. And he had a real tough chapter in life, his own self. His mom had died from some disease, and then his father died or something like that in a car crash. And, he was living up under a bridge for a while. And there was this guy, Mr. Jones, that would come and talk to him and everything, and helped him get through. He didn't even know this man. This man would come up and talk to him and encourage him and tell him how much his life mattered. And you know what? Now he's a well known author. He goes around speaking, sharing his story with others, And you know what? You could do the same thing. Just don't give up on yourself. There's a purpose, there's an assignment for your life. So don't let a bad chapter spoil the rest of your life. Okay. We all go through stuff, learn from it, grow from it, be a better person out of it, because you grow during the times of your struggle. Okay. So I just want to come on here and encourage you to not give up. I even forgot to announce my tea. I'm doing sweet tea today. Okay. Tea time break. Okay. So I hope that, okay, what else comes to me? You know what? I've been encouraged by billboards. Okay. Just reading stuff, and I was at the right place at the right time, read the billboard, and it gave me the encouragement that I need. Okay. I am here to encourage you to do life and do life better, and do not give up. And you'll come across this video, and it'll say exactly what you need to hear. Don't get caught up in the messenger, because a lot of people get caught up in the messenger, and then they close their minds and their hearts, and they can't receive the very thing that is there for them to receive. So don't get caught up in the messenger, get caught up in the message. Okay. Because the message can save your life, is what's being said. Receive that in your heart, so that you can become who you need to be, and not give up on who you are. Okay. And not give up on who you are destined to become. Okay. Turn that chapter and start a new chapter. If you need to, start a new book. Okay. And you know what? When me and my husband, were struggling, in our marriage, you know, there were times where we just had to say, wait, let's just start all over because it was tough, and we have 8 kids, and you know, he had a couple, out of couple, we got married, had 4 together. We put a blended family together. We raised 7 of them all in the same house together. It was a lot going on in those seasons, and there was times where I just, hands up, the white flag, I give up, type of attitude and everything. And I had to realize, you know, I can't give up because my children need me. I can't give up because even though I may have thought that my husband didn't need me, he did need me. And a lot of it was just because of miscommunication, misunderstanding one another. And we've been married for 30 years. All of our kids are out of the house. Okay. So, you can handle whatever you're going through. If you have to write down on a piece of paper and or a 3x5 card and get up every morning and say, I am not giving up. I am a fighter and I will not give up. Write it down on a piece of paper. It's something about seeing words, through your eye gates that will get down in your heart and strengthen your heart. Because, see, that's what the problem is. We become weak at heart through struggles because we don't realize what's really happening is the struggle is strengthening our heart. And because we don't understand what's going on, we allow our minds and other people and negativity to speak to us and rob us from a strong life, rob us from becoming stronger because we're listening to all of the negative things. And let me tell you this, sometimes when you are already struggling your own self with your own negative thoughts, you need to turn off all the negative stuff that is around about you because all it's doing is building on top of what you're already dealing with. Turn the TV off, turn your computer off, get off the whatever you need to get off of. Stop being around people that always saying negative stuff to you and get strong in the positive things. So when you go back out into those things, you're strong enough to handle them and they'll just run off of you like water run off the back of a duck. Okay? Because let me tell you, I know what I'm talking about because I done been through some stuff. And you know what? A lot of times people want to be where you are, but they don't want to go through the struggle that it took to get where you are. Because let me tell you this, the picture is not always beautiful. The picture is not always, picture perfect. This is the thing that, uh, I was created to do. I'm not doing this because I really want to. I wanted to be a nurse. My husband always talks about that. She wanted to be a nurse. I knew she wasn't called to be no nurse. That's what my husband always say. But there was another thing that I wanted to do, but I discovered that this was what I was created for, and this is what I do best because I am created for it. And the struggles that I went through in life prepared me for this very thing. And the struggles that you are dealing with right now is preparing you for the very thing in the next chapter of your life. So it is not over. Life is not over for you. You are not done. You are just getting started. And so continue to allow your heart to be strengthened through the struggle so that you can be that person that you need to be. And this thing, let me tell you this, that when the roots are going deep in the dirt, in the secret place, you're just really being worked on to be strengthened. Do you know that the tough things that you are going through is causing humility, causing you to be humble enough to be able to have the character to stand in the successful place that you are called to so that you don't fall. Okay, how about that for Tuesday tea time? You are, and if, just look at it like this, if the struggle is that tough, imagine how great the success is going to be. Okay, because I'm telling you, that right there has been really helping me to encourage myself, because you know what, you have to learn a lot of time to just encourage yourself. Don't rely on other people to encourage you. Encourage your own self. Know that your own self, that you have value. But people that are successful hang with other people that are successful, and they know you have value, and they know themselves that they have value. And let me tell you, there are some people, that are in high places, that runs, a lot of the world, let's say that system, that wants you to think that you don't have any value. Because if they can get you to believe that you don't have any value, then they can get you to always be stuck where you are. And a lot of that stuff comes from fear. Do you know a lot of that is because they fear your success? They fear you finding out how powerful you are and the things that you can do to change the world around us. Okay. So, thank you, Connie. Truth. Thank you. You know, don't allow others in high places to define who you are. Okay? Because you know what? Let me tell you, they think that the poor people don't have any sense. They think that people that don't have a lot of money, they dumb. And you know what? That's not true. That's absolutely not the truth. Sometimes it's just we just don't know how to handle our finances. But that don't mean that we don't have any common sense. That don't mean that we can't improve. That doesn't mean that we can't learn, we can't get educated, we can't, you know, there's a lot of people that have proven that theory to be incorrect, because you have a lot of people that's got a lot of money, that's in a lot of high places, that didn't even go to college. Come on. So how are they all of a sudden got so wise that they can start dictating to you who you supposed to be and what you should do, and what you're capable of doing? They used to be right where you were, or right where you are. They used to be there, and they found out that there's value in knowing who you are and the power that you possess, just as being a person. So learn what's going on. Don't just let someone else devalue you. Don't give up on your life because there's some people that want you to. They want to control the environment and control, uh, you know, how many people are on the earth. So let's not allow them to dictate to us whether we should live or not. Somebody needs you. Somebody needs what you know. Somebody needs what you're going to learn, what you're going to become. Don't give up on life. Don't give up on your dreams. Don't give up on continuing to become a better person because your life matters just as much as someone else that's a billionaire. Your life matters just as much as someone running the country. Okay? Your life matters. And you know, like I said, everybody starts out as an egg. Everybody starts out, there's a beginning. Come on now. Everybody has a beginning. Everybody has to turn the chapter. Everybody has to, grow and struggle. That is the reality of life. And so use that reality. Oh, thank you, lady, enjoying this. Um, Everybody has to deal with the reality of life. It's what you do with it that matters the most. And you have the right to discover who you are meant to be and not allow other people to dictate to you who they think you are and to devalue you. Do you know that they're the one with the issue? It's not you. They're the one with the issue. What a lot of people try to do is they try to put their issues on you. They don't know what to do, so they don't, they're trying to get you to not know what to do. It's that system of, you know, putting one person down to feel good about yourself. And there are still people doing that even in high places. Just because you have money, just because you become a millionaire and a billionaire does not mean that you have the character that it takes to act right and do right. You can be a crook with money, and not you could be a person that devalues people and have a lot of money, to try to control stuff. Be careful about what you allow people to say in your heart, to speak to your heart. Know you have value and don't give up on life because the struggle is real, but the struggle is there because it strengthens you. Okay. All right. So, how about that for Tuesday tea time with Dorina? I'm so thankful for those that have joined me tonight. And I want to remind you that oh my goodness, this Saturday is our The Perfect You workshop. And we are going to have an awesome time. We have had a lot of donors and sponsors, and some are wants to remain anonymous. But shout out to Target for giving us six $50 gift cards. A shout out to Garbos that gave us $125 gift card for the salon and spa. And I mean, we got all kinds of presents and Kohl's, and Quick Trip, and have really been blessing us. We had somebody that uh, paid like 10 tickets for 10 girls. Thank you, Connie. Love it. Thank you, Connie. Um, 10 tickets for teen girls. And right now we only have 3 tickets left. So, get that teen girl of yours at this workshop because they need to know that they are valued. Our young people need to know that we care about them, that they can do life well, and we need to stop letting our teens down. We need to let them know that they are valuable and that they matter and that there's a lot of things that they were created to do and they are capable of doing those things. So we need to show them some real love, that we care about them, because that is so important. Because uh, teen suicidal rates are way too high. They shouldn't be high at all, but they are way too high because we are dropping the ball, and we need to show them how to do life the right way. Okay, so get them to the Wow workshop this Saturday. I think I had the information up there. I'm trying to, yeah, it's up there. And registration have changed to the door price for $30. If you still have a few teens that want to come, email me at WOWOMENOF wisdom at gmail.com and give me your team's name, and we will put them down on the register. It is first come, first serve. So make sure you take care of that. Some women that needs this, share it with them, because we're bridging that generational gap between the older generation and the younger generation, because we need one another. We need to quit thinking that we can't learn something from them, and we think that they can't learn something from us. That's just a myth that we need to cut out so that we can start doing a better job in society. All right. Some things I can just go on and on about, but I'm done. Okay. All right. Thank you for joining me. And remember, as I always say, walk in wisdom. All right. Good night to all those that will be at the workshop. I can't wait to see you. All right.